You already know what time it is. Come on, come on. Come on down and get them Hollywood trades. We up, we amped. It is, you can't even see my time, but it is very late. Let's just put it like that. And we are still chart geeking. All right. My last one I just did was the USD CHF, just for a decent understanding of what the US dollar might be in for. I used that chart. Gold, oh man, we got too many markups on gold. Gold had just gotten into a really technical zone. And for a lot of people who really want to dig in to the technicals, I mean, what's really being referenced in these levels, go ahead and follow this journey with me. It's been a while since I put a gold video up. Was just recently in Atlanta when I was doing my last series. Now I'm in Charlotte. Shout out to the A. I should be back soon, but let's try to make this quick because these videos can go on for hours and hours for the real chart geeks, right? Let's go ahead and make this quick. Previous week closing, right? Previous week closing is a very important integer to watch on your trade pair that you like to study for obvious reasons. So what we have here is a flirting with the weekly close all week long. We open up Monday, Sunday, and we drop off of that, right? Coming into Monday, boom, we are at the let me go ahead and just, because it starts getting really hairy with all these levels. Right, I'm still watching this range, so I really don't want to take this away because I'm really still watching this range here. I wanted to keep this on the chart to let me know I'm really watching this compound resistance range here. That is some really strong resistance for a bullish asset, right? Gold is an appreciating asset, and this is some really strong resistance, so we really want to pay attention to that, because once that pops, we're going to get a really good buying opportunity coming off these levels here, right? Those are the days you live for. Those are the days you want. And I've been really getting to the point where I think I'm getting to the point where I can help other people also spot these days that you're waiting for in these type of pairs. And we're looking at compound support, right? So where do we want to buy from is where we're looking at on gold. Always in the indices, shoot me. In NASDAQ index, ES, NQ, futures. We're looking for those buying days, right? As we see, big example of what's been happening in these last couple weeks in the indices. And that's a big reason I want to speak on that, because a lot of people don't understand that, is that markets move cyclically. Money moves from market to market to market to market, right? Futures, commodities, stocks, you get what I'm saying? So right now we did see a big stock growth. People were earning a lot of return on stock growth and on index growth. And so with that being said, look at this zigzagging up and down in a lot of the pairs, right? Let me just, I'm going off course here, but a lot of people don't know this. Look at this choppy price action. You can make some trades in here if you know what you're doing, but this is really choppy price action, right? Really choppy. You got to really know what you're doing, really have those supply and demand zones marked off, paying attention to where the big stretches of volume are happening from, right here, big stretch of volume here, big stretch of volume, even into Friday's session, really looking at those small areas where stretches of volume are happening. Really, you got to know your stuff, right? This is not the investors period. This is not the swing traders period. This is the true traders price action bro activity. So let's go back to gold. Sorry for getting off track. I feel like a lot of people needed to know that. Right? And so this right here, as you can see, if you've been looking at the chart, you can see I did annotate a few things here, right? And some of these are marked for my wall hacks When I turn on the wall hacks, you will see what I'm looking at there. But let's just look at this, because this price action, you didn't even need wall hacks for this one, right? IFVG, let's go ahead and just get that out the way. Right, 4-hour chart, there was an IFVG printed here. That is a volume flip zone, right, where it ran and got immediately rebalanced, right? These zones are dubious, right? They are really magnetic when they print, and the price really wants to check these zones and make sure it's balanced, to make sure it is what it says it is. It's telling us it is a bullish, it was a bullish arena here. You know, the bears came and got slaughtered is what we're saying in this area, right? And so the price is going to want to fact check that. How many bodies were left here? And so we have that marked out. And as we see, the two main things, a lot of people, you know, I don't want to laugh. Let's just get to it. I like to stick to business and stand on business when I'm looking at the charts and what I'm referring to, right? A lot of people say ICT this, ICT that. Right? When we're talking about engulfing candles, we've always talked about engulfing candles. When we've talked about high flags or bear flags, and these printouts that are happening, we've always referred to them. So to say that, you know, a lot of these things don't work or it's overcomplication, it's really not. You're just referring to the main things and you're giving it a little more detailing. For instance, using the wick as a measurement tool for where the delivery algo is going to reference is not far-fetched. It's not overcomplication. Look at what you're looking at here. I was anticipating this being a magnetic draw on price the whole time. And so from anticipating that this was going to be a magnetic draw, I was able to realize that this was not going to be a bullish motion here yet, because it was showing, especially when this happened, it went up, it ran out of gas. There was no FVG printed here, right, to support this motion. So there was no grounds for me to think that this was going to be a bullish motion, right? And so a lot of that is fundamentals. I mean, there was a small one here, but that was just a flip zone, right? Boom. And so these are all fundamentals. What did it do? Crash through this, crash to the 50%. What consequent encroachment of that wick? Because it hadn't been down there yet. On Monday, it kind of mitigated its way into this area, right? But it hadn't really been into that zone. So we are always anticipating checking these areas. So that's what we anticipated. Good sell trade here. There was a good dip buy here also, because it did what? Dipped into this bullish block a little bit more. You would anticipate it buying up right here. And so what we're dealing with coming into the week is a little bit of soup. We got a little soup right here. We created an inducement, dropped into the inducement back to what? Somewhere close to 50%, and we are still sitting above it. It is putting in a consolidation here, but again, there is no engulfing candle. There is no gap here. So I'm anticipating that it's going to need higher liquidity to determine what it's going to do next. We do have free liquidity and free revisit here. I think we're going to use this to rock climb up to the heights here and really try to get a bullish climb up to all these heights here. Let's turn on the wall hacks for one time just for fun. Boom. Boom, right? A lot of this is mumbo jumbo if you don't know what you're looking at, but you do have the bullish array to be attacked is going to be targeting this if we're going bullish. If we're going bearish, we're going to be looking at this here, but it left this, and this behind. And so I'm not thinking we're going there. We got a dip. We got a little more soup. There is an inversion here that I'm looking at to reclaim here, and we are above the 50% of this fractal zone. So we are looking bullish, reclaiming this area and this as a draw to get us above this. This is going to be a nice bullish break. This is also going to be a nice bullish break to clear this up, and that's our goal for right now. These are extended range goals, but that's about it for gold right now. If we look at the daily one time just before we get off, there has been a sell side action on the daily, left behind liquidity, and we have tight grouping of liquidity here. So an easy draw, an easy break. I'm not guaranteeing this right now because we got to deal with this and see what we do here inside of this zone for the daily. But that's about it for gold. I'm going to sign off. We got a party going on out here. So always living live. Y'all go ahead and subscribe and like if you like the way we're internalizing and looking at this price array. We're going to give some good entries in the Discord as always. Follow my Discord. Hit me on Twitter. It's all linked. And right now we're going to sign off.